really great rabbi. His name was Rabbi Vidal Koanika Z'tl. Now, we've spoken about the Koanika family before on this series in of itself. Great rabbinic family, many great rabbis with that family name in of itself. And he actually was born back in English 1810. We're talking about 215 years ago from the time of recording over here. His father was a great Rav Yehuda Koanika, and he was born in Saloniki, respectively. Remember, in Greece, especially in the 1700s and 1800s, had a very great Jewish community in of itself. He would learn the Shas and the various different poskim all throughout his younger years of life, and became very much, let's say, acquire the great wisdom and the Kabbalah and the Chassidut of many of the great people he was surrounded by in of itself. I believe he would also work in a Parnasa during his time period while he was learning at a very, very high level. I believe he was associated within regards to Parnasa, within regards to preparing arak. It was reported over. It's a popular, let's say, a Sephardic beverage in of itself. In the year 1847, he was about that stage in time, 37 years of age. He would move to the land of Israel and would actually settle in Jerusalem. Remember, Jerusalem being one of the 4 holy cities of Israel, along with Tiberias, Hebron, and Tzat, respectively. And in Jerusalem, he would also be working while learning and teaching, learning very much at a high level throughout, and very, very much was working for his family and for his wife, and was also at the same time becoming very, very much great within regards to his chachma, with wisdom, as it says over here. Ach למלאכה לא היה בכושריו, והוא סבל מקושי גדול פרנסת אשתו וששת ילדיו. אט נודע שמו לתהילה בחוכמה הנסתר, ותלמידים רבים היו מתכנסים ללמוד מחוכמתו. He was known as, let's say, a hidden tzaddik, but at the same time, he would have many, many different students which would learn his incredible wisdom at that point in time. And among his expert students, let's just say, in himself, was Rav Eliyahu Pardes, another great rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before. I believe he would actually get married to his daughter, Sarah Mar Kada, if I'm not mistaken. And very, very much great people in of itself. And I think Rav Sasson, who was basically the great Rav over there, Rav Sasson Parasiado, would become, I believe, a later stage Rosh Yeshiva of famous Kabbalistic Yeshivat Bet El, a place we visited before on this channel. Very, very interesting enough. Remember, the Yeshivat Bet El was, let's say, the bastion of the Yeshivot at that point in time. And as I stated before, his student was Rav Sasson Perikiado. And very much so, you see that many of his students will become great rabbis. Rav Sasson becoming the Rosh Yeshiva of Yeshivat Bet El, and Rav Eliyahu Pardes, his other Talmud, would get married to his daughter, Rabbanit Sarah Merkada, I believe. Then, at a later stage, the great Rav Shlomo Yeheskel would immigrate to Israel from Baghdad and would establish a yeshiva called Yeshivat Chesed El in Yerushalayim. And he would actually, Rabbi Vidal Koanika would actually become very close with him, I believe. And they would build, I believe, a synagogue and a mikveh, purification place, let's just say, near his home, a ritual bath. Rabbi Vidal would pass away, I believe, on the 12th of Adar in the English year 1862. And it was surrounded by many of his children and students. Many of them were very, very much great rabbis. He wrote some great books in of itself throughout his, I think it came out actually after he passed away, including Dirkei Chayim, which was Chidushim and Drushim on the Torah, and the Chayim, which was Chidushim on the Chokhmah Hanistar. Also very, very much a great book. So those are the 2 notable books that he actually wrote. He would live about 52 years of age. And among his children, I believe, was Sarah, who, as we stated before, got married to Rav Pardes. There was also Yehuda, Dona, Oro, Raphael, and Mazal. And it's actually interesting. I believe among his brothers was Rabbi Ben Sion Avraham Koanika, another great rabbi we've spoken about on various occasions before. And it's actually interesting. There was, at that point in time, we've spoken about many of the great rabbis, and which I would recommend everyone to learn about at a later stage. monk also among his descendants, I think, would be Rab Ben Zion Nissim Pardes, another great rabbi who would become, let's say, a Kabbalist, a great rabbi and a poet, and was the father. And what's interesting, his great grandson, I believe, would be Rabbi Eliyahu Pardes, very great rabbi. Would be, I believe, the Sephardic rabbi of Ramat Gan for a 10-year period, and the Sephardic rabbi of Jerusalem between 1960 to 1972. So we see the caliber of the great Talmud Day, his great descendants, and also among his students was Rabbi Eliezer ben Tuvu, another great rabbi who we've spoken about on various occasions before. He himself, I believe, happened to be the rabbi of the Sephardic community, especially during the 19th century, respectively, and was a head of Bet Din, if I'm not mistaken. And Rabbi Sasson Perkiado, who we just mentioned about just a minute ago, was the head of the Yeshivat Bet El, and was from Bosnia originally, a place we've spoken about on various occasions before, and the author of the Shem and Sasson, which was a commentary on the famous book of Rabbi Chaim Vital. And I would recommend everyone to do it. And just to clarify, his son-in-law was also Rabbi Eliyahu Pardes, who we mentioned about before. Friends, it's his Hilula here on the 12th of Adar. Please don't forget to light candles in his memory. Now, I heard differing opinions on when he was actually born. According to one opinion, it was in the year 1795 that he was born. But according to another opinion, it was in the year 1810. So I'd have to double check on that. Makes obviously a huge difference to know how old he was when he actually passed away. But learn more. Don't forget to light candles in his memory. Friends, we're a community here. We're learning about the great Oriental rabbis of yesterday. If you happen to be related to any of the great Chachamim we are speaking about, please send me a comment or an email. I would love to hear more. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. We're over 6,000 members now. And if you feel anyone will be interested in watching these videos, please share the videos to other people. So wishing you blessings here from Israel, and take care.